This is a great question, and I hope everybody pays attention because it is the tale of two values. Dealers, when they do watch the National Power Sport auctions online, they tend to watch the stuff they like, which most dealers like. Excuse me. They tend to watch the clean sport bike, the clean cruiser, the good value priced, 82 CR score, and they go, man, that's bringing a lot of money. And a lot of money is relative, but they are holding their value. If it is a clean, low mileage on road piece of equipment, whether it's a nice BMW 1200, could be GS, could be RS, could be whatever, could be a Vulcan, could be a Honda Fury for for all consideration, or even the Harleys. When you're looking at lower mileage, cleaner units, the values are very stable and they are typically a little more than dealers wish they were. Now, the other side of that coin is dealers will watch the auction and go like, oh man, those Dynas are bringing all the money, or Road Glides or Honda Furies or whatever, and they get one on a trade that's a little rough, or it has 35,000 miles and a dent in the tank and some corrosion on the forks and the brakes and a bent lever and a few things like that, to where, hey, that's not the 82 CR you were trying to buy. This is more like a 72 CR. Yet the valuation disconnect exists to where they don't quite realize how much those miles and condition matter. And so we are seeing some dealers that still are getting themselves a little hung up in their valuation expectations because they're not taking into account the quality of the product and the miles on the product compared to what the book says, or the last 10 units that they've watched and wanted to buy. If they watched the rough stuff they didn't want to buy, they'd realize pretty quickly, hey, there's some, mediocre to subpar bikes, however you want to describe it, that they're a relatively good value, but for a lot of franchise dealers, the opportunity to bring those in and recon them is a challenge, which is why the clean stuff that's very close to retail is bringing what I'll call a premium. And that stuff that needs $1,000 or $1,500 or $2,000 worth of work is maybe $3,000 less because they don't have the time or the resources to do it. So when I look at when someone asks me, hey, what are values doing, I go, well, it's a depends question. Clean retail type product that's going to be popular and things you want to put your name on, they're doing great. Your trade-ins, stuff you may not want to retail because of the quality, because it's got an oil leak, because it needs 2 tires and brakes and it's been dropped on both sides, that value is not the same. And that's something that we really work hard to educate dealers on, that spread between a clean and a rough bike continues to be bigger than it has been in years past.